Hey, Fulu.
Hope you're having a bad morning.
Like, that's gonna be you.
That's so gay. That's so...
Do your Minecraft impression. Do your...
Tea! Disgraceful! Film this shit's funny.
Alright, so let me start off by saying that this vlog barely had a plan. There's no real structure, purpose, adventure, love interest, or even a main protagonist. Instead, this is a compilation of different stories that are told, never shown, but I like to think there's some entertainment value in that. If I had more storage, you would have seen clips of brownies filled with
So I finished work.
Here we go, boys.
It's also worth pointing out that most of the day, we forgot to use our phones as microphones, plus the music was playing in the background, so most of this audio is really useless trash. But then again, some people really love to invest in useless pieces of—
I leave the stockroom 5 minutes early. I have to walk down the stockroom. The main stockroom isn't underneath Deadman's. It's in another building. Okay. So you have to walk down tunnels.
Yeah.
And that takes about a fucking minute. I have to go up the fucking lift to the 5th floor, walk across the 5th floor, go to the staff bit, walk through the staff bit, go to the locker room, go into the locker room, fucking fumble around for 10 minutes getting my shit on, leave, go from an elevator that goes out of the staff reception, and I have to sign out.
So if you take a closer look at Morrison Productions, you'll see that he turned on the microphone from his phone. The only reason why I'm saying this is that the change in the audio is going to be so jarring that I just have to put this in between, you know. Because I can't stand it when the audio is what is that? Why is my voice echoing? What the fuck?
And then leave. That takes me at least 10 minutes. I don't want to be prancing about at 7. I should have been out of here by fucking now. I finished 5 minutes early. I felt a bit guilty about it, but I thought, I'll justify it somehow. Get on the 1st floor. Another guy from the stockroom comes in. He's like fucking pressing. He's like, oh, he's in a rush. I can see him. He's like jolting about. He's like, okay, he's in a rush. Before the elevator stops, you'll hear ground floor, or like 1st floor. So it's like, ground floor. It's like, okay, for fuck's sake. Some people get it. I'm not exaggerating any of this. 1st floor, some more people coming. I can see him getting continuously more anxious. This is where it gets fucking gay. 3rd floor, one person got on. A short, middle-aged woman go up. The guy's still here, by the way. The guy that wanted to see it. I should mention it's 7 at this point, so leaving early hasn't even fucking worked for me. 3rd floor. Guess what happens at the 4th floor, Gistan? Make a guess.
What, that person gets on?
Yeah. This fucking bitch couldn't be fucking bothered to go on the fucking escalator! I was so angry!
I cut the story right there because from this point onwards, David lost his mind to an evil demented ghost, which caused him to say a lot of random shit.
Listen, no one has cup of teas, just with milk. That's not how you make a cup of tea. You've gotta let this shit ingest with the good taste of tea. You know how you do that? I'll tell you how you do that. Show you tea bag, right? Make sure it's good.
Wait, give start.
Shut the fuck up, this is tea bag, right? Pour your water. Pour your water. You pour the fucking water inside the cup. You leave, what, an inch, maybe? Yeah, an inch for milk, right? But don't put the milk in yet! No, that's the first mistake. Don't put the milk in yet.
If you fuck up at that point, stop making
the tea.
Yeah,
just stop making the tea.
Yeah.
Throw it in the sink. Put that tea bag, reuse a different one. Make a new cup of tea.
You don't mess around.
You put your fucking tea bag in that cup of tea. Boil your water. You put it in. Inch. Remember the inch, that's important. Now at this point, I squeeze the tea bag with my spoon against the top bit of the cup. Where there's the gap, you squeeze it against the cup. Squeeze it good, get all of it out.
No.
When you get it out, listen, the tea bag is to be used. You've got to use this shit.
That ruins the flavour for me.
No, it makes a pure cup of tea.
Yeah,
then you
go
take
on.
your tea bag out, then you get your sugar in, you get your milk ready as well. You
does.
put your
It ruins the
teaspoons.
brewing.
2 teaspoons of fucking sugar. I like to use brown because brown is a little bit better than white sugar. I never really use white sugar unless it's needed. You know, unless you got no brown sugar in the cupboards, you use your white sugar. If you don't have white sugar, you're fucked. Don't make a cup of tea unless you don't like it sweet. Anyway, point is, you fucking put your sugar. I need to go soon. You put your fucking sugar in. You don't stir yet. Don't stir yet. You put your milk in, and then you slowly pour it in and stir it.
Do you know?
And then you'll see it just
know,
form into a whirlpool of
can
fucking
I-
beautiful tea. This shit will
quickly-
glisten in your fucking eyes.
Can I quickly-
This is a good cup of tea. Stir it. Alright, make sure you don't fill it all the way up to the cup, because that way you're going to have a milky tea and you're not going to be able to carry it around with you without spilling it. So you leave a little bit of gap in there. But you put good tea, unless it's like I don't know, rich browny tea colour.
Yeah, see, this is what I wanted to say.
Like the colour of this base here. Like,
This is
I like that.
Fuck, can I just?
It's just a
my
good cup
my
of tea.
point is relevant.
And wait,
no,
don't
my
fucking
point
take a
is
sip
relevant.
yet.
I'm
Don't
just
take a sip
saying.
yet. It's gonna
The
burn your-
colour.
It's gonna burn your fucking
relevant.
tongue. So don't take a sip just yet. Wait a few minutes for it to cool down, and then you take a sip, and then you got a good cup of tea. And you drink it, and if you want digestives, if you want hobnobs, if you want, just don't make any cheap biscuits though, because they'll fall apart, and then you won't have a good cup of tea. You have all the bits of biscuits at the bottom, sinking to the bottom. It's not a good cup of tea. Make a cup of tea properly, not white. What is that? White? A cup of tea? Disgraceful!
Disgusting. Take care, my brother.
After he gave us the greatest advice on how to make the greatest tea of all time, we travelled back into the year 1990. The problem was, our ages were the same as the year. Basically, none of us existed. We couldn't even have fun as fetuses. I wanted to film it, but I didn't want anything because I don't even remember. I wasn't. What the fuck? Thankfully, we got back to the present to hear Morrison Productions give us Chapter 3, which is also part 2 to a rant on another channel. Also, the rant is actually a sequel to a rant made by David. See, what we're doing here is following the storytelling techniques of the Fast and Furious franchise, a series that doesn't even know how to
Back to the present moment, we continue time onto what's going on in the present day. In the present day, things are happening in the now, you see. This is really dumb sounding, but anyway, just rewind time, do whatever you did last time.
She fucking ordered me to get a cigarette and then fucking left.
Maybe have a little bit of a fast forward effect. You could do a VHS thing maybe, or I don't know. Do whatever you fancy, but just do it well, because I trust you, Gasm.
What the fuck was the point in that?
Or is this going to be for the edit? Well, now you've made it disappointing.
You could just edit this out.
But you could just not.
But why would you want to leave it in if I've ruined it?
Yeah, you haven't.
He's a bit done. He's dense. Shit!
Now, Roger Waters has recently made an album called, Is This the Life We Really Want? The thing about Is This the Life We Really Want? Do you remember David's earlier rant about the final cut? Is This the Life We Really Want is so vigorously obtuse that it makes the final cut look like a fucking metaphor. It is absolutely abhorrently surface level. It has the depth of a drop of water on a carpet. There is on the Genius lyrics, you click on the lyrics and it will just basically be a picture of Donald Trump. On one of them it just flat out admits, yeah, this is basically just Donald Trump, and it's got a picture of him just like that. One song is called Wait For Her, so it's a bit more poetic than the other songs. It's not just, what is this leader with no fucking brains, no fucking brains, and he actually does this and it echoes while the guitar plays. While he's ripping off Sheep, he's using the riff from Sheep. And he's just saying like, this fucking whorehouse with no fucking drains, What about a leader with no fucking brains? No fucking brains! And it's the fucking sheep music. The other song I was talking about, Waiting for Her, it's a bit more poetic than that, it's a bit more deep. Do you want to know why?
What?
He found a poem by some guy in Iran, and he thought, I quite like that poem. I'm gonna steal that, word for fucking word. There are no genius annotations on the entire thing. It's formatted differently because it all counts as not by him. So you can't click on it. There's 2 lyrics by him, and if you click on them, it says, we don't know what Roger means by this. So he found a poem by some guy in Iran, played the Wish You Were Here riff over it for 4 minutes while he just talked. It's like, wait for her. For 4 fucking minutes, and then he just talked about fucking gunshots.
Hey! What the fuck's wrong with you? This is supposed to be advertiser friendly. Even though I'd argue that the rest of the story is the best part, I'm gonna stop it from here, because you just had to mention that. You absolute fucking dingus. The best part's over.
The best part. That's the problem with Canvas Paradise. You don't have enough time.
Can you shut up?
What are you on about? So this is the part where I talk about how David's method of staring into the camera inspires me to create some underdeveloped, poorly written lore about some secret that's probably not even that interesting. Rather than waste your time with that, he ended up asking me a very fascinating question, which was...
Do you believe in ghosts, Gasm? Like, yeah.
Yes, I do.
Cool.
How old is she?
Like, 2 years younger, so about 17.
Sure. That's a 17-year-old piece of meat that I'd fucking put in. Before you get any bad ideas, we were talking about steaks. I really, really like old steak. Don't criticize me, alright? See, look, it's actually a fact. I wasn't totally talking about some... Oh.
You look like a Doctor Who alien, like from the 70s. Stop doing that, you're like a fucking disabled...
Okay, but we've confirmed...
It's like an albino Babadook. What the fuck? Fuck!
You the 5th nigga in the Beatles, you the 10th nigga in the Wu-Tang, so nigga let your nuts hang.